Well, good morning, kids. Pastor Al here. Thanks for joining me this morning. You know, a couple of Sundays ago, I talked about my puppy, Mr. Caleb, and how I actually picked him out before he was born. And probably some of you are thinking like, oh, is that a smart thing? How do you actually pick out a puppy before they're even born? How did you know what you were going to get? Well, to be fair, I didn't exactly know what I was going to get. But there are ways to sort of know what a puppy's going to be like. One of the most important things I did when I was thinking about it was I took a good long hard look at his parents. Because I saw, well, okay, if parents are good-looking dogs, if they're healthy, they're well-behaved, my dog's going to be somewhere in the middle of those two, or have parts of both of them. And it was actually fun to not only be able to look at their pictures, but to see how they actually interacted with each other and with a human on the website of the breeder that I chose. Here's a little video of mom and dad playing in some fresh snow.
Hi. Hi.
So then in addition to that, I thought, well, I'll look and see what some of their puppies from previous litters looked like. And I took a look, especially at the boys, because I knew that I wanted a boy. And I thought, okay, those are pretty cool. I'll bet within there's a pup that I would really like. And then, of course, he is a full brother to my daughter Ariana's dog, Quincy. So, I looked at Quincy and saw what I liked in Quincy, and I thought, you know what? If his parents look really good, they have good genetics, they're well behaved, they get along well with humans and with other dogs, and their brothers look pretty cool, and the puppies look pretty cool, and they're the same, and I've got a lot of experience with one of their dogs. Well, then I sort of looked at my dog's family tree, even though he wasn't around, and I thought, if I could get a dog from this family tree, then I'll probably do pretty good. Now, we're starting to study a book about the life of Jesus with your parents and grandparents on Sunday morning called the Gospel of Matthew. It tells the story of all of the things that Jesus did when he was here on earth. And Matthew starts out the story with something that's kind of strange for us. We call it a genealogy, but it's basically a list of all of the people who were part of his family tree. So you list, who was his great-grandfather and his great-great-great-grandfather and maybe his great-great-great-grandmother, and all the way through, down for literally thousands of years for Jesus. And it's a very interesting list because it includes some really, really good people and some kind of bad people. It includes both women and both men, which is unusual. It includes kings, and it includes people that were peasants or penniless. There's a lot of things we can learn from that. But I think one of the things that Matthew wants us to learn is that when Jesus comes, he has a human side. And his human side kind of represents everybody. You can look in that list and you can find someone just like you. You can find somebody you like and maybe someone's very different from you. And it's a wonderful thing to realize that when Jesus came and was born on earth, even though he was born 2,000 years ago in a small little country a long ways away, that he was born for everyone. Everybody has a little piece of themselves in Jesus, because all of us are represented in his genealogy. So I want you to know that when Jesus came, he didn't just come for rich people or famous people, for people with power, or just for people with no money at all. He came for everybody, and we see that in his own family tree. And you know the cool thing about that is? His family tree doesn't stop when he's born. He has a very special family tree that keeps on going. And Jesus wants you to be a part of his family tree. He wants you to be a child of God, to be a brother to him or a sister to him. And that's the cool thing about studying this. It seems kind of boring when you think about it, but it's kind of cool when you think about the fact that, well, we're now a part of Jesus' family tree. So just remember that from the very beginning, God knew that you were going to be a part of Jesus' own family. And there's something really pretty cool about that. And God knew that even before you were born, too. So thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit today. We'll see you next week. Bye.